nut story. So
The
it's
running or the skateboard?
I'll get through every testicular trauma I've dealt with in the past. So the first problem, this is where my testicular trauma begins. It was CIF, a wrestling tournament, and it's my last match. This is gonna qualify me for the next day. This was my junior year. So in my head, I still had my senior year, but then COVID happened. That's not a big deal. Whatever. I go out to wrestle, and this dude, we're wrestling. I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to take it slow. I don't want to do anything too crazy. It's still the first round. I get him in a great position to hip toss, and so I do. I didn't notice that his hand was pressed in between my thighs. Now it doesn't seem like an important factor, but when I hip tossed him, what he did was while he was falling, he used that hand, chopped it up, and hit my left testicle. Now you might be wondering, well, why did you specify what testicle? I'll tell you why. He hits my left testicle. I go falling. I'm in pain, as anyone would be. So my first instinct is to go out of bounds. And so I do. I try to. I'm holding my nuts. Like, I'm obviously injured. The ref keeps it going because he sees me holding my nuts and he's like, I just want to get this shit over with.
Yeah.
I'm out of bounds, and then the kid flips me while, I'm holding my nuts, and I can't really do anything because, he gets karate chop me. And in my head, I'm still thinking like, oh, it's probably an accident. We'll get this shit settled. Then he knees me completely unnecessarily. There is no reason to knee me in the nuts. And it was obvious, very obvious. He kneed me in the nuts.
Bro, went for the re-up.
Same testicle. Left one. That's how you know it's on purpose. You don't hit the same testicle twice on accident.
You don't.
And it's crazy because he kneed me, and the way he kneed me was he flipped over. He's completely out of bounds. We're both completely out of bounds. And the ref calls it a pin. And I'm sitting there. I can't even get up to shake the kid's hand because he I'm pretty sure I don't think I could have kids anymore. Destroyed my nuts. My coach just leaves. He doesn't try to contest it. None of that. I got hoed my very last wrestling match of ever.
You said it was CIF?
CIF. That was going to qualify me for the next day. And maybe I could have made it to Masters.
They did. They really did hoe you.
They hoed me. Slammed my testicles. And then they fucking walked me over to the fucking nurse's bench and still didn't think maybe we should fucking actually give him a redo or something, bro. That kid hit him in the nuts twice. You don't hit someone in the nuts twice on accident. Coach left, didn't even try to contest it to try to get his wrestler into the next day at CIF, but that's not where it gets crazy. I go to the nurse, they sit me on the medic table, and the nurse walks away, grabs a bag of ice, and comes back and chucks it into my crotch. And then says, all right, when you go home, make sure it works. I swear to God, this gesture and everything, make sure it works. So that's where I was out for like 2-3 weeks after that. I couldn't do anything. I sat down too fast and it hurt. My history teacher let me stand up in class so I didn't have to hurt my nuts anymore. Because I would sit down and then I'd fall over. That's how bad it was.
That's so bad.
So then fast forward. I'm trying to learn how to skateboard. Practicing my ollies. I fuck up. I go too far forward. I hit my nose and it pops up. Now what happens is while I'm landing, it's popping up. And it's perfectly perpendicular here. I'll use my fingers as a perfectly perpendicular, and I'm falling forward. So it's like this. Bam, bam. I miss, bam. Now, luckily, I didn't actually hit a testicle. I perfectly went in between them and I just smashed a nerve. But I thought I had ripped my gooch open. I thought I was bleeding from the nuts. I'm unbuckling my belt. I'm in the middle of a parking lot. I'm I'm not even thinking about calling the ambulance. I'm like, there's no way I can explain this. I'm just gonna sit here and die with my nuts in my hand in this parking lot. And I was okay with it. That's the part that scared me. I was like, fuck it, bro. I lived my life. I'm over there fucking in the middle of a parking lot. I didn't even care if people saw me and thought I was crazy. I'm over here fucking in between my crotch, making sure I'm not bleeding. I wasn't, but I was in pain, and I just walked home after that.
What about the race against
So then this nigga decides to challenge to race me.
This was before the skateboarding.
This was before the skateboarding incident, but this was after CIF.
Yeah.
And my balls have never recovered from that since. Even just now talking about it, it hurts. So anyway,
up and go back in.
Yeah, they revert. That's why my voice got higher. So he decides to race me, and I'm like, all right. At the time, we're both pretty. I was heavier than I was, and I was probably like 205, 210 maybe.
I think we were probably around the same weight back then. Right now, he's way lighter than me.
So at the time, we were definitely about the same weight, and so I started running, and I don't know, it's just the way I ran. I tweaked something, and my balls just started to hurt, bro. I ran like a good 2-3 feet, and then my balls started to hurt, and I slowed up, and I was like, fuck. I just have bad luck with my nuts. That's my kryptonite.
I dusted this. Dusted you, bro.
I know he has something to do with it. He's like sabotaged my pants or something. It won't be the first time Brian got into my pants.
Alright. We said it was Billy the Ghost, bruh. We just made up a phenomenon. We said it's this little ghost that haunts this mall. Because we were running in the mall parking lot with another coworker.
No, we called him Tappy because he tapped my nuts.
We did call him Tappy, bro. And we did this right after work in the parking lot of the mall we used to work in with one of our other coworkers who now does not live around us. The other coworker was bigger than me and him. And we're like, what if skin, we're not gonna say it in case they are real, there's no need to play with the devil. But we said, what if one was around and they chased us? Who would get cooked first? Who would get cooked last? We raced. I won. He got tapped. The other dude, he's just slow. But yeah, that was the end of that.
No, it wasn't, because in the car, I think we went to a restaurant afterwards. He was trying to gracefully ignore this part, so he seems like a great fucking person. I think it was after the fact. We were going, I don't know where we were going. What was it, Cane's or something? We were just trying to get food. It was late. It was like 10. I think we had stayed to play card games. That's right. We play card games. It was a fucking real degenerate one too. Fucking Weiss. I literally have a deck just filled with anime girls in it, and that's how you have to play the game. Anyway, we get in the car, and this nigga just starts doing the craziest shit in the parking lot of the mall, making turns we don't need to take, and as hard as he can, just so I'm fucking swinging around back there, going on every bump, and it's just hurting my testicles more. The Cane's was right down the street. We ended up going around the entire mall about 5 times before he was like, oh, here's the Cane's. That nigga knew where the Cane's was the whole time.
It was not 5 times.
This nigga did that shit knowing I was in pain.
Let us know, am I a good friend or a bad friend? No, that was so funny though. The other dude that was with us at the time, he was like, hey, yo, speed up over this bump.
Fucking asshole,
over
bro.
that bump. All you see is him go.
I'm over here fucking dying in the back seat, holding my nuts like I'm Michael Jackson in a dance-off.
Bro, hit the hee.
My God, bro. No. Nigga thought he was fucking Han from Tokyo Drift. Started hitting his e-brake. He can't even drift. This shit has no clutch.
No, it really doesn't. But we've also played arcade games. I just run into the railings, bro.
Fucking Initial D, that shit is fire, bro. every time we go to the arcade, they have the machine that gives you the cards. That way you can save your car and all that shit. But they never work.
They never have them when we go.
Why have it?
They never have them when we go. They're always ran out.
That's what they say. I just don't think they get more of them.
I think that ever since they opened that thing and it went off, then everything was off. Got red.
Yeah, it's about to die. We'll just keep going.